Hey guys, it's Mohammad Jawad, and in this video we're going to create a URL shortener using Django REST framework with the help of ChatGPT. I don't know what's gonna happen because this video is not scripted. I'm super excited to see how ChatGPT can help us, how accurate it is, and if it can replace other resources for developers, and it can be a good assistant for us or not. I will put the content in the description. Let's go and let's see what will happen. Okay guys, first thing first, let's create a directory on desktop. Let me go on desktop and create a directory name URL Shortener API. Let's change directory inside it, and let's create our virtual environment using Python 3-m using the venv module, and name our virtual environment env. I think it's okay. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we got the env, and let's create a directory name src which will hold our source code. Let's go inside. What code src? I'm sorry, cdsrc. Okay, and let's activate our virtual environment and install Django and Django REST framework. Let me make sure I spelled it correct. Yeah, I think it's okay. Okay. Okay, let's create our project. I'll call Django admin. Let's make sure it's installed. Yeah. Django admin start project. I always name it config in order to hold my configuration files, and hit enter. That period is because I don't want to make extra folder, and I want to put everything inside this current directory. Okay, let me see what happened. Now we got a manage.py and a config folder. Next, we're going to create an application. We will use this manage.py and start app. I think it was a start app, and name of our application is, for example, URL shortener. Okay, a shortener directory must be corrected. Yes. Let's open up. I write Codium because I'm using Parrot OS. You probably should write code instead of Codium. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's create some models. Or before, let's see if our app works. Wow, we closed it? No, we didn't close it. Okay. Python manage.py migrate to sync the database with our app, and after that Python manage.py run server to make everything is okay. Yes, it's okay. Okay, after we create our shortener application, we have to install it. In order to install it, we head over to what is that? Sorry, we head over to setting module. Inside this installed apps list, we actually add our own application, and this is third party application, my apps. Let's install our app. After this installation, we'll be going to ChatGPT and ask him the instruction. Okay, my app is Shortener. And the third-party app which I installed is my REST framework. Okay, don't forget to put comma. Okay, let's go to ChatGPT. Okay, I got it here. Let's ask him what to do. Let's see. Always start the conversation with hello, because otherwise it's not polite. Okay, let's see. What? Okay, refresh the page. I want to develop a URL Shortener API using Django REST framework. Okay, how should I do it? Let's see what it gets say. Okay, let's set up your Django project and create a new app within it for the URL shortener. I did this part. Part 2, define a model for the URL shortener. It should include fields such as the original. This is my model. This is my serializer, my views. Come on, you're writing the whole application for me. Okay. URLs. This is an example, and there are many ways you could structure your code, but hopefully this gives you a good starting point. Okay, let's see what it says. First thing is our model. I'll copy it. Okay, let me paste it here. Okay, this model is named shortened URL. I don't like this name. I'd like to name it link. And original URL, I want to name it full address, which is the address that user give us in order to shorten it. Okay, it's a URL field. I like it, not bad. Shortened URL is a char field. Why not to be URL field again? Why not? Let's make it URL field, or shortened URL. I don't like to keep shortened URL. I like to be a key, and this key is a unique string inside the link table, which will be appended to our domain. For example, if our domain is www.something.com, this key will be appended to it in order to redirect the user to this full address whenever the user hits the short address. I want to act like this and generate the short form URL inside the serializer, not this model. Access count, I don't know why is this for. You want to count each time that this URL is hit. Not bad. I like this idea. Okay, anything else? I like to have a time to know which when this URL is created. Models dot, you got datetime field, you don't have datetime field. Okay, and auto now add will be true in order to set the current time whenever that this record is being created inside a table. Okay, I think this model is okay and we don't have anything to do. Let's migrate. Let's go here and Python manage.py migrate. By the way, when we activate our virtual environment, we don't need to write Python 3. Otherwise we have to write Python 3. Okay, migrate. Oh, we have to, it's not defined. What? Name model is not defined. Oh, I'm sorry, this is not model, this is models. Okay, typo here. But before migrating we have to make migrations. Make migrations. Okay, the migration file is created. This is the name, and now we have to migrate. Okay, we're using SQLite for it, but if you want to, you can use MySQL, Postgres, or anything you like. Okay. Next step is to create our serializer. Let's see what ChatGPT recommended. Okay, the serializer it's working with is this one. Let's copy it. And come here inside our shortener. We don't have serializer module. We will create one, serializer.py. Okay, serializers, I think it has to be. Yeah. And okay, this comment is not needed. For serializer, shorten. Okay, this model is not. It's link. Our model is linked. The fields we got are what? Let's see, split it to right. Okay, we got full address instead of original address. We got key, which I don't like to show it separately. We can, but we can not also. Oh, let's put it, but I think it's useless for front end. Okay, but we okay. Let's not overwrite this. Let's add one. Key, access count, shortened URL. Shortened URL is not inside the model, so we have to create it. I'll copy this name. I have to define it, and also created at. Let me add this one and close this tab. Created at. I'll copy them in order not to have any typo or something. Okay. Created ad is already inside our model, so we don't need to do anything about it. Key is also there. Access count is there. We don't need to do anything about it. Shortened URL is not there, so we have to tell serializer how to show it. I like to have a method. What was the name? Serializer method field, I think. Serializer method field, if I'm not wrong. If I am, we'll correct it. It doesn't need anything. We just have to name, create, implement a function, and prefix it with get underline short. Okay, let me. To be honest with you, I don't like this shortened URL name, but it's okay because if I'm writing full address here, I'd like it to be short address. Let's be loyal to the interface. Okay, short address, get short address, right, get self and the object. Okay, how should it get the short address? Okay, short address is the key, object's key appended to the URL. But we got a problem here. In order to get the URL, we have to use the request. So, before let's return something else first. We will create this. I want to show you how can we get this. because guys, when we deploy this application, our URL might change. For example, we can be www.com or www, for example, something.com, and one day we can be www another thing.com. So this URL should not be written hard coded. We have to get it dynamically. I want to show you how can we do that. I don't want to write it here. I want you to understand how I get that. Okay, for that we just write 1, so our short address will always be 1, and it's okay. When we create our view, I'll show you. Okay, let's see what ChatGPT say. The next part should be our views, but let's say what it says. Okay, it's using a view set. I would like to use a model view set instead. It uses a create requested data. Okay, serializer does save. Oh, it's okay. And it retrieve. Okay, I'll copy it. It's not a bad start, but I would like to do it some way else, but okay. Config shortener views.py, and let's come here. Okay, I don't need this comment. Okay, get object or 404. Come on, that's not a good idea, because inside a RESTful API we don't want to return HTML response. This 404 will be returned as HTML, so this is not a good response inside a RESTful API, because our client application won't they won't expect us to return them HTML. They will treat the response as JSON, so this is not a good idea. Let me tell ChatGPT that this is not a good idea. Let's tell it. Okay, get object or 404 will return HTML on 404. But it's not good inside RESTful API. We have to return JSON response all the time. Let's see what it says. Okay. Oh shit. Let's see if it knows. Okay, you're correct. It is not appropriate for RESTful API. Yeah, as it was raised HTTP 404. Yes, of course. Exception. Updated example. You're updating the example. Okay, let's see what you do. Retrieve. Again, get object or 404. No. No, it won't return a JSON response with 404. Get object or 404 will come on, man, come on. We're making a mistake here. Okay. Not really. It will still return HTML response. Sorry. Well, it's okay, man. I don't blame you. I'm not mad at you. You're good. I voted for the confusion. My first one. You're correct that even using get will still return HTML response if a 404 error is raised. Yes. In order to return a JSON response, you can use Django's HTTP 404 exception with a custom error message. Yeah, that will be better, but I hope you correct it. Please don't write okay. Don't import get object or 404. Don't. Yeah, you didn't. Okay, it's better now. It's better now. Create is okay. Retrieve is try. Okay, you're trying to get I doubt. I doubt. What did you do? You got the object. Try, and if it doesn't exist, you raise HTTP 404. URL not found. This will raise HTTP 404 exception with a custom error message if the requested URL is not found, and will return a JSON response instead of an HTML. I still doubt, but I'll test it. You know, guys, if I would do that, I would return a response just like this one instead of the accept, and that would be definitely. But let me ask. That would be definitely a JSON response. But let me ask, why didn't you return response inside the accept? Let's see. You're correct. It would be better to return a JSON response instead of raising an exception in retrieve. Yes, exactly. I would definitely kick you if you don't, if you write bad. Yeah, this is better. This is correct. Okay. Yeah, you're awesome. Response with a detailed key containing the error. Okay, guys. I think this is better. Let's use this one. This was the view. Okay. Okay, guys. This I think it's okay as a starting point, but it's not perfect. But we'll create it better, make it better. First of all, our model is not shortened URL. I will change it to link. And I don't know if we renamed our serializer too. We didn't. Link. Come on. Double serializers. Okay. Link serializer. Inside our views. Okay. I'd like to use model view set instead of view set. This is the first step we have to take. And response is okay, link is okay, link serializer is okay. Since we're using model view set, we can define a query set here, which will make our life so easy. And we'll use link the objects. I want to do the operation on all of the links created inside the link table, so I'll grab all of them. Linked objects dot all, and I want a serializer class. And I'll name it. No, I shouldn't name it. I have to use this name serializer. I was thinking if I could ask ChatGPT to do it for us, but let's do something and not just watch. Okay. Query set is okay. Serializer class is okay. I think I don't need anything else. While creating, it's getting link serializer data. This is not a good idea. We have to always get the serializer from this self.getSerializer method. Let me tell her. Always get serializer class from self.getSerializer. serializer class. Do it all the time. You're correct. In order to get the serializer class in the Django REST framework, you should use yes. This method returns the serializer class associated with the current request. For long. Yeah. Here is now. Okay. It's using a model view set now. Using a model view set now. Get serializer class. No, we don't need to do a get serializer class separately. Okay, we will do that, but not now. Oh, you're creating all the app, we're running all the methods. Okay, I just wanted you to know. I don't know why I think you learn it won't. Okay. Let's correct the mistake. Self.get serializer class. Okay, this will call the get context if we implement any, which we are going to actually implement one. But if you if you write link serializer directly, that won't trigger that method. So we need to write it like this. Is valid, which will check the validations. It will save. But here's the question: what key are you going to save? Yeah, this is another problem. You know, guys, inside of our model, we have a key parameter which is unique and has to be created, has to be generated somehow. But inside our views or serializer, we didn't do anything for it. Let's ask ChatGPT to do it for us. Implement the function which can generate random strings in Django. Let's see what it got. Okay, random import string. Oh, it's not using Django script. It gets length and generates a string. Not bad. Okay, I'll use this one. Okay. But it's not using, it's just using lowercase letters, not numbers. I would like to use numbers too. Use digits too. Okay, string the digits, yeah. It's better now. Okay, I like it. Copy it. And let's create a utils folder, not here, outside the applications. A utils folder which can hold our get random string .py. It will generate a random string for us, but you know, guys, this is not correct. This is not what we want actually. We need to see if there is any key with this key before inside our table, because our key is unique and we can't generate duplicated keys. In order to do that, we need to import our from shortener models import link. Okay, and you get the string key. Okay, and after that we say while true do it infinitely. And after you did this, actually you don't need to do this one infinitely because it's a static one. Okay, you're just using lowercase letters and some digits, it's okay. And generate a random one infinitely and try to get a link object, or let's say if link dot objects dot filter dot exist. Okay, filter what? Key equal to key dot exists. Then if not exists, return the key. Retrieve the key, return the key. Return key, but if it exists, we can't return that key because we have we already have a record with this key, so we can't return that. But if it's unique and has not been there before, do it. If it's not been there before, I mean return it. There's another problem also. I don't like to get lengths from the input because it just makes me a little messy, makes the code a little messy. So I'd like to do this. Let's create a module named constants.py and have a constant here, random string key. We could do it inside our settings too. Yeah, I would like to do it there, not here. Okay, delete it, move to trash, go to our config settings, and at the end write random string or random key length. I think it's better. Let's consider it 5 digits. I don't have any misspelling. I think it's okay. Okay, here from django.conf config import random key length and use it here. Yeah, I'd like to do it this way. Future we can change it. Okay, seems okay, guys. Now let's get back to our serializer. Guys, I'd like to have this create method inside my serializer instead of my view, because that way I'll write less code. So I'll get here and copy it here. Okay, instead of request we have validated data. Okay, and in order to create a link object, I'll get the key from validated data. No, we don't get the key, we generate the key. So we get the key from here, we write from utils dot get random string import generate random string. Okay, and we generate a random string here, then get the full address which the client will send. You will get it from validated data. We use it as a dictionary, and the name of the key is full address. After that, we don't need these. We just create I mean link object. Link object is a link. The objects dot create. We no longer need to worry about the key duplicate because our generate random string will take care of that. Full address is full address, and the key is the key. After these, let's, instead of doing this, get the object. Link object dot, we got a integer field as well, I remember. This access count, the default is 0, it's perfect. Default is 0, so here we'll say access count plus equal to 1, add it 1, and after these all, save it. Link object does save. This is better. Okay, we'll separate these. Okay, and finally return the link object. Instead of serializer, we don't return a response, we return the object. Don't forget about our short address, which we are going to do next. But before that, let's check our API and see if it's correct. Okay, button manage.py run server. Any error? Nothing. Perfect. Let's open up the browser, head over to this IP address of my local machine on port 8000. What? We didn't write any URL. Yeah. Okay. Let's see ChatGPT. What did you say for our URL? URL.py. This one. You're using a simple router. I wish you would use a default router. Okay. Can you use a default router instead? Okay. Let me copy my text, refresh. No. No. You're getting wrong, giving me wrong answers. Okay, stop. Okay, this is the router. Let's go inside the URLs and create a URLs module. By the way, guys, it was using simple router instead of this default router. I asked it to use default router instead. Okay, shorten URLs. It's registering a name. I would like to stop it. View set. Okay, this view set, guys, will generate list. This will list our records. I want another URL for the short form. I want to, for example, when I head over to www.domain.com / my short key, I want to get the full address and be redirected to that address. I need another URL for this. That will be str, and I'll name it key. My lookup field, which we have to change our lookup field to key to be able to do that, which our next step should be this. here we write lookup field is key. This retrieve is, oh, we did something wrong, guys. Inside here we shouldn't add access count when we are creating the object. We should add the access count when we are retrieving the object. So this part is not needed. So when this part is not needed, we can do it in one line and do it like this. Sorry, objects dot link dot objects, link dot objects dot create. Yeah, this is better. And after that we will return this. This is correct. Let's see what we got. Let's restart the server. And let's head over to this URL. Oh, we forgot something else, guys. Sorry. Inside the config directory urls.py, we need to import include here and add our domain here too. Let me copy it here, and I don't want it to be anything here called the include string form. Name of my application is shortener dot my URL's module name. It's okay now. I think we can check. Okay, anything wrong? Empty module name. What is that? Okay, man, I think you got the wrong guy. Come on. What? No module name utils dot generate random string. Are we making mistakes? Utils get random string. Okay, let me change this as well and get back to our serializer and change this to get random string. Okay, any more error? Another no module name django.config. Django.config, you don't have it? Okay, get random string. Instead of importing like this, we import it like this: config dot settings import. Okay, let's import it directly. Okay, another error. Serial method field has no attribute serial. Oh, we got a mispronunciation here. Serializer method field. Okay. Any other error? Yeah, of course. Cannot import name shortened URL viewset from shortener dot views. Yeah, of course, we changed that. Here, name is link viewset. These two also should change. Any other error? Yeah, hopefully there is no more error. Let's head over to this URL again. Okay, we are seeing our browsable API. Our list is empty because we don't have any record yet. We got a full address, we got an access count, we got a key. These guys, these two should not be writable. These two should be read-only fields, okay? And this full address should be write-only. So in order to fix this, we go to our code again. Where's our code? To go instead of our code again and add read-only fields which short address is not needed to be written here because it's a serializer method field, access count, key, and curated at. All of these are read only. These are read only fields. Let me refresh it again. Okay, everything is okay here, and here we go. We just have full address now. Okay, let's test it. Let's go to www.google.com. Copy the URL, come here, paste the URL, post, and see what the error we got. Okay, hopefully we get no error. We got our full address, got our short address is 1, which we are going to correct it finally. Access count is 0, key is this, and next step is to create our short address. How should we do that? Okay, here it returns 1. Before that, let's print this guy. Self.request dot meta, I don't know what's the correct pronunciation. Okay, we call it meta. I don't know what's in English. Okay, okay, let's refresh this. Oh, we got error. Object has no request. Come on, not possible. Okay, guys, since we don't have request object here, we have to get it from the context. We have to do something like this. For example, self.context dot, for example, domain. We have to get it here, and I'll show you how does this work. Let me just prepare it here. Okay, domain, and let's return domain instead of 1. Okay, and inside our views we have to write a function name, a method name, get serializer context. What will this do is that it will prepare this context for us. It will add this domain to the context dictionary. So we have to do it inside our view and write the function get serializer context. Self, use the old friend here. This will return something. But before that, I want to show you what we were printing inside our serializer. Self dot request dot meta. Okay, this guy should be a dictionary. Let me add domain here because we need this domain in our serializer, and name it something. Okay, we are printing this meta. Let's see what it is. Okay, let's refresh. Come on, where's the mouse? Okay, let's refresh. Here again, domain. Okay, let me see, is there any typo or something? This domain is being sent. Domain, no, domain is correct actually. This is also correct. Okay, let's refresh it again. Again, we got error. Where is it? Domain self. You want to say that there is no domain? Oh, we got a typo here. This S should be small as it was capital. Let me test it again. I think it will solve the problem. Yes, it did. Okay, this is the only record regarding inside in our database. This is the domain actually we provided, but let's see our print statement. Yeah, this giant object is what we printed, actually our request.method. Inside of this, we got my domain here. My domain is this address you see here. In order to find it, I'll use the search and I'll try to, you know, search it. Find. Oh no, 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 you didn't find. Okay, don't use this. Not? Come on, you have to find it. It is there actually. Of course it is there. Sure about it. You don't expect me. You expect me. Actually, I found it, but I don't know why my search didn't work. Okay, guys, we got this address here, which is my full address. The key's name is HTTP host. If we consider this whole object as a dictionary, I have to get this key. Okay, so inside my code here, I'd like to return this guy inside of this guy. Okay, and the close brackets. Okay, now I'm returning the correct domain I'm using, and this domain is not hard-coded. I can change my domain anytime I want and there won't be any problem. The domain will get updated dynamically. So now inside of my serializer for the short address, I'm not just using the domain. I actually should append my key here. So the first parameter is, yes, my domain, a forward slash, and my object's key, which is stored in my database. Okay. Now let's refresh our page again. You see, guys, this is my whole address, my short address. Okay, let's add it again. Copy the link and post. It will create another one. Let's check. Now we got two of the same full address with different keys, but I don't like it actually. I don't like to have two same URLs. I would like to return the object if I'm making the same URL. I'm sending the same URL. I don't want to have duplicate full addresses. In order to solve this, we can I think here, when we are creating the object, instead of this, I would like to use get object on the get or create. Not sure if it's the same. Not sure if the syntax is correct. Let me ask ChatGPT. In Django. Okay. Object created, get or create default. I don't need the default. Okay. Oh, it's enough. Okay, model objects get or create. Let me copy this. Get back to my code here. Object created is correct, get or create is correct. I'm not going to get the key here because it's obviously not there, and it will create it anytime, even if I send the full address again and again. So instead of that, I will get the full address or create it and check. If you create it, by the way, this created is a boolean object, which will be true if this creates object, and it will be false if it gets the object and it was previously inside the database. So if you create it, let's add the link object, the key, and save it. Otherwise it's not needed. Okay, let's do it again. Let's go here. Let's go here. Refresh. Okay, we don't see any changes because we have to create it, and this won't be performed on previously created objects. So let's test if this object works. This URL works. I like to, guys, to get this object when I head over to this URL because it's my short form address. Let's test. I don't think so that it works. Okay, it doesn't work. Retrieve got an unexpected keyword argument key. Okay, let's see what's going on. In my views, we got a PK. Okay, this shouldn't be PK, this should be key. And you have to get the shortened URL with this key. You shouldn't look it up with PK because I changed the lookup field here. Okay, if it wasn't there, return the response. Shortened URL not found. Status code. Is this imported? Yeah, it is. Did you use this HTTP4? You didn't use it, so we don't need this import. Okay. Shorten URL access. You add the count. You save it. You're using this serializer directly, guys. If you use the serializer directly, this get serializer context won't be triggered. So we have to get it with self.get serializer class. Yep, this is correct. And get it our short URL, that will be our serializer.data, which will be what we want. Okay, now let's test it if it works. Let's see if the server is up. Server is up and running. Okay, beautiful. Let's refresh. Do you work? No, you don't. Guess it takes one positional argument, but two were given. Get serializer class. Am I using it wrong? Get serializer class. Come on, don't say that it was get serializer instead of get serializer class. Wow, guys. We should have used this guy. Get serializer also takes care of passing and the view set serializer context. Come on, I mixed up these two. Sorry guys. Oh, I was getting crazy. Okay, let's get back. Let's clean these up. Let's clean this up. Get back. Get back. It was okay. Let it be serializer. And this guy is not get serializer class. is get serializer. Sorry guys, get serializer, the object, actually the query set object, serializer, and returning the response. Let me clean up my prints. I did it here too. I was getting crazy. Okay, now let's refresh this. Okay, it's working correctly now. Why did we did that? What did we do that? Yeah, we wanted to delete it. Delete, yeah. This is one of the benefits of this browsable API, which we can browse and we don't need any third-party applications like Postman or any other similar application. We can delete it. Okay, now everything is deleted. Now let's add google.com, same full address twice. Here let's write this full address, post it. Okay, one short link is created here, and let's add it again. Post. Okay, you see the key didn't change, and if you go to the home page, you won't have two of these, you just have one of them. Okay, it's fully working till here, but the problem is our access count didn't change. Why not? Let me see. I want to go to this short URL. Let's go here. Okay, access count will change also. If we refresh it, it will be 2. Yeah, you see, beautiful, access count is changing. Okay, the next part. I don't want anybody to be able to list all the URLs, okay? This should be just the zone of the admin. Not everybody should see all the URL. Everybody can just retrieve his own URL, not all of them. She shouldn't be able to list all of them. Okay, we want this we want just the admin to be able to do this, and other guys can just see or create a URL. So how can we do that? In our view set, we need to add another method. We need to override def get permissions. Okay, this guy gets self only 1. Okay, it has to return an iterable. It can be a list or a tuple or anything. We say if the action is in these two, you're either creating or retrieving. Just return this. Return a list which has an instance of allow any class. Any class. Okay, so we need to import it at the top. Okay, otherwise any other action needs admin permission. Return a list is admin user, and also make sure to instantiate it. Okay, let's import these two. We need to do something like this. We get, say, from REST framework dot permissions not get permissions, from permissions import actually allow any and is admin user. Yeah, this is beautiful. Create is actually like this retrieves. Okay, now let's see what happened. Let's see. What happened? Okay, it said that you don't have the credentials to list all of them. Okay, but how can we get the credentials? We actually need to create an admin user. We say python manage.py create super user. I will name it mj at sign, I don't know, maybe gmail.com. It's not the correct email, it's fake. 123 123, yes. Okay, clear. Again, run the server. Okay, let's head over to admin. Let's log in with our credentials, mj123, log in. Okay, save it. Okay, now we are inside and we have to be able to see them. But you see, guys, now we have we can list all of them. Now let's add something, some other ChatGPT. Search it, search ChatGPT, copy the URL, add another short link, full add, ensure the field has no more than, come on, we don't like this. We don't like you to limit us here. Okay, let me see your URL field. And okay, I'll make you a text field, but I have to make sure to validate it on my own. Make you a text field. I have to make migration and migrate again. Okay, python manage.py make migrations and migrate. Migrate, run the server, do this operation again, copy it, post. Okay, now the link is created. This is the short address. Oh, it was a really heavy link. Okay, short address. And see, guys, we are now admin, but I don't want to be admin anymore, so I log out. I'll refresh. Absolutely, I don't have the authentication credentials to list all the links, so I will retrieve it. I'm not an admin user, but I have to be able to see this URL because I made it. I have it, of course. You see, guys, it will return the full address for me, so I can click it. By the way, guys, as an API, we don't have to take care of redirection. That's the duty of the client application, the front-end application here, that should redirect the user. Because we are just RESTful and we just return JSON. We get JSON, we return JSON, that's all we do. Okay, so now we shouldn't be able to see it actually because we are not logged in. Okay, is there any other problem we can solve here? Yes, these are not necessary, but we can have some validations because we are no longer URL field, we are a text field for the full address. You know that this has no validations. I can create, for example, let's say I'm logged out, I cannot list them, so oops. What is this? Is there anywhere in my code? Come on, what's this? Oh, I must have did it accidentally. Okay. Okay, again, run the server. I cleaned config. What did I do? Oh, I replaced that. Sorry. Okay, again, fresh. Okay, everything's okay. Get back, go to admin, log in. I want to see that form to be able to create, but I don't want to create it as an admin. Okay, I will have the list and this form to create, but I don't want to create it as an admin, so I log out. And now I want to, for example, I don't know, let's say, go to this URL. Come on, don't take too long. Okay, don't take too long. Okay, I'm not an admin, I'm logged out. I'm a normal user. I'm not actually a user, I'm really a guest. I have no account now. But I send this URL, I can create it. I have to be able to create it. So yeah, I created it. And now I don't go there. Okay. And I have this short URL. But guys, there is another problem. I can't post anything now. You know, it just shouldn't just be a URL. Yeah, this doesn't make sense. We have to make sure. I want to do it as a regular expression using regex to, validate the full address. So I'll ask ChatGPT to write a regex for URLs. Hey, ChatGPT, where are you? Are you here? Sure, that connection is lost, so I'll refresh you. How to validate a URL using regex in Python. Okay, I just want the regular expression string. I don't want the code, but yeah, let's see what it writes. To validate a URL using regex in Python, you can use the OKRE module. Okay, give me the regular expression string. Oh, you go and be faster. Where are you? Okay, don't waste my time. Go. Okay. Come on, I don't. Okay. Pattern, HTTPS. So what about HTTP? Just HTTPS? Okay, I'll ask you to add it. I will ask you to add it. Really? HTTPS validates that? I don't think so. I don't think so. This font. Okay. But this, I think it doesn't. Are you sure that it accepts HTTP as well? I don't think so. Are you sure? You're correct. The real expression pattern I provided in my previous answer only matches URL with HTTPS schema. Okay, yeah, of course. This is correct. Okay, thanks. Okay, I want this guy. Okay. Now, let's get back to our serializer class. Get short address. Def validate name and following the name of my key. This is full address. It should either raise an error or the value. Self and value. Okay, from the top, oops, control and home doesn't work. Why not? Import RE module and I don't want to have it here. I just want to go in my settings API. Where are you? Go to my settings API. Here have a URL regex. I want to be able to change it easily. Okay, what did you say, ChatGPT? You ask this string. Okay, copy. It's a raw string. Beautiful. And in my serializer, I will import it like this. From config.settings, import URL regex. That's correct. This URL regex needs to be searched here. If re.search, yeah, I think it's okay. If re.search, here has to be my URL regex and my value. If it matched, return the value. Else, raise what? Raise has an E actually. Raise serializers dot validation error. Yeah, and write invalid URL. Yeah, this should, oh, we got a misspelling here. Actually, validate full address. Okay, if this blah blah blah, I think it's okay. Let's test it. Let's test it. We will actually write tests for our application in another episode. Actually, another tutorial, not this one. I don't want to make it so long. That by run server. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. Come on, come on, come on. I shouldn't be able to register it anymore. Let's test post. Yeah, you see guys, it says invalid URL, but what about a valid URL? Let me copy this one. I don't know if it accepts this. I'm not sure about my regex, but let's see. Invalid. You see guys, this regex doesn't work correctly, so we need to search it better. Regex to validate URL. Yeah, this regex doesn't work. Let's see what Stack Overflow says. For absolute URLs, internationalize to also allow relative URLs. No, relatives are not. Come on, it's so long. Oh man, it's so long. Okay. Whew, it worked. Let me test this URL too, and after that I'll tell you what happened. Come on, I can't believe it worked. You know what happened, guys? I actually couldn't find a good version, a good regular expression for URLs on internet. I actually copy one and manipulate it, modified it to get this one, and I will put it in the description, and you can always copy it from the code. Actually, I'll put the whole code, the whole source code in the GitHub, and I'll give you the link, but I'll put this one in the description too. Okay, now this is working, and you know, where were we? Man, I got headache. Okay, let's get back to this guy. We can't list it because we are not logged in, we're not admin, so we try to be admin. Now we are. Now we can refresh and see all of them. The other thing I can think of is this URL, this datetime format. I don't like this format. I want to change it. Okay, for that we head over to our settings module, this REST framework. I mean, you got REST framework? You don't? You don't, okay. I can't believe you don't have REST framework. Oh yeah, you actually, oh man, I'm so confused. Okay, what's going on with me? We have to create this dictionary for REST framework settings. We write REST framework. Okay, it's a dictionary. It can have it was date, time, format, if I'm not wrong. Okay, we can say that put the full year here, then dash, add months, dash, add, for example, day, space, add hour, colon, and then minute, colon, and then second. This should work. Let's see. Go to the browser, refresh. We got problem. Okay, what's the problem? REST is not defined. What? Come on, man. You're way behind. Again. Okay, now we see that our datetime format is changed. I like this one. I think front-end guys like this one too. Okay, the next thing I can think of is the pagination. Again, we have to add pagination because we don't want to load all of the data here as the data grows. So for that, we head over to our settings module again here and add the default pagination class. Okay, this is inside the REST framework dot pagination dot I want to use page number pagination. We have limit offsets, cursor pagination, and other formats, but I like this one. Number, yeah, you can head over to documentation. Pagination. Oh, I forgot ChatGPT. We could ask him also, but yeah, we did it. So let's finish it. Okay, the page size by default can be, for example, 10. Okay, now let's refresh. Let's refresh and see if it works. Of course not. But why? Again, because it's behind. Oh, we got syntax. No, we don't have syntax error. Got pagination. Yeah, we got count 5. Next is null because we didn't reach the limit. It's still under 10. So it's previously is null because we just have one page. Okay, it's beautiful. The next I can think of, I don't think we got any problem anymore. I think our application is working correctly and beautiful. I can't think of anything more. The edit of these can be done in the admin panel, but you see we don't have them here, and that's bad. We have to add the link object here. So in order to do that, we get back to our code. Inside our shortener application, in admin.py, we use admin.register. I don't think that it's capitalized. Let's ask ChatGPT. Let's not forget it. Okay, ChatGPT, wherever you come up, right? And admin of Django with admin.register decorator. Okay, you see, got registers smallized. Okay, but let him finish. Thanks, ordering, thanks. Real thanks. Okay, sorry, but let me finish you because I don't have enough time. Okay, let me paste it here. Let's check everything's okay. Model should be link. I'll change it. Let's display my ID, my full address, my key, and we have in our admin. Okay, but for this full address, I will have a get full address method which has def get full address. It has a self, and what was the other attribute? ChatGPT. What was the next attribute? It was the object. Okay, it was the object, and it will return the object from, I don't know if it's a string or not, but I think we can do this. 20 characters is enough. I don't know if this is a string. Okay, but okay, server is up and running. Let's get to our admin. Sorry. Okay, we got links. Let's see what is here. Oops, link object is not subscriptable. Okay, it's the link object, so we can't have it, but we have the link object dot full address. Yeah, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, now you see, guys, these full addresses are so you know, these are trimmed or cropped. These are not that long. These are the keys. These are the created at. We got filter by our created at. We got today, we got past 7 days, we got this month, we got this year. We got no action. The only action we have is the delete, but we can add it. Not this in this tutorial. Okay. I wish I could change this name into full address. Get full address is not a nice column name. Let me delete it. Let's see if it's possible, because it's the name of our field. Let's see if we can do that. Okay, refresh. Can we? Yeah, no, we can't. Instead, we will write address. I think it's better. Okay. Refresh. Okay, address key created at beautiful. Let's see if we can modify one. Yeah, we can change the key, we can change the full address, we can change the access point. It's we can actually not add a repetitive one. For example, if we copy this key and go to another object, for example this 7th one, we definitely cannot change the key to that because it won't be unique. Link with this key already exists. Beautiful, I think it's okay. But we can access it. We can access it. How? We can go to this address and this guy. We can see, we can access it. The client application, the front-end application can access it. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed it guys. I hope that you learned a lot and it was exciting for me. I liked ChatGPT. I will use it more often. We don't fear that it will someday replace us, and I think it will always remain a good assistant. Even if it replaces us, I think it's okay. We'll just have fun and enjoy the life. I like you guys. If it was helpful, please comment, please subscribe, please hit that like button. If there's any question, if there's any suggestion, if there's anything, please let me in the comments. Hope you enjoyed it guys. Take care.